What does being frugal mean? Do you know the definition of it? Does it mean being cheap? What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Trey, but for those of you who are new to this channel, thank you for stopping by. I'm just a United States Army Special Operations Forces member, and I am waging war on debt. My intent with this channel is to help you get out of debt, stay out of debt, reach financial independence so that you can ultimately begin building wealth. If financial freedom is something that you're interested in, subscribe to this channel because I'm going to guide you there every step of the way. I'm the type of individual that knows what he likes, and I don't deviate from that. Being in the military, there are some things that I've found to be very important. And for those veterans out there or people who are currently serving, put in the comments down below if you agree with me. But one of the first things that I learned pretty much on my first duty station or my first deployment was the importance of booty wipes. Yeah, I know, booty wipes. I found it to be very important, especially on deployments. Like, you don't want to be that guy that's stuck out there with toilet paper and dingleberries. Sorry for being quote-unquote graphic. Being frugal does not mean that you have to give up your favorite brand of cereal, Lucky Charms, or Frosted Flakes to buy the generic brand. You can still enjoy the things that you like to enjoy. The good thing about being frugal is basically you can make your own plan, all right? But it encompasses being intentional with your money. And that's what we're going to be going over today. 10 things that you can start implementing today that will save you money for one, but will also help you in being frugal. The first thing that you can start doing to be frugal is smashing the like button for the YouTube algorithm. All right, so the first thing that you can begin doing is eliminating your monthly subscriptions. Back on my journey in becoming financially independent, I had to revamp my entire way of thinking, all right? And a large portion of that was budgeting. So when you go to do your budget, you're going to uncover where a lot of your money is going. At least that is if you're doing it correctly. But what I found was I had a ton of subscriptions to things that either I wasn't using or I really didn't need. And I don't watch cable. I don't really watch much TV, to be honest with you. So I canceled that, and that saved me about $60 per month. All right, another thing that I canceled in terms of subscriptions at that time was my gym membership. I would implore you to go back through all of the things that you are subscribed to, and for those things that you don't really need or that you don't utilize, cancel those subscriptions. Free trials. So you'll sign up for a 30-day free trial for something, or even a 1-year free trial. For me, it was with Disney. So I subscribed, or I got a 1-year free trial because of my cell phone carrier. But at the end of that year, if I wasn't on top of it, they were going to renew it automatically. So I canceled that subscription. The second thing that I would advise is shopping around for new car insurance. 70% of individuals today in the United States are overpaying on their car insurance. The main reason for that is loyalty, right? So a lot of people have been with companies for 5 to 10 years and they feel a sense of loyalty towards them, so they don't want to leave, even if they're paying $300 to $400 more per premium, all right? Listen, you don't have loyalty to anyone. The name of the game is putting more money in your pocket so that you can put more money into your investment account so that you can pull more money out when you retire. Shop around for different car insurance companies, all right? Most of the time you have free tools where they'll do free quotes for you that will actually show you what your new quote would be. And I would advise, if you're gonna save $200 or $300 on your premium, I would go for it. Now, yes, there is a little bit of leeway there. If you've been with certain companies for X period of time, they do give you discounts, but the discounts don't matter if your premium is significantly higher than it would be with another company, all right? So number 2 is going to be re-examine your car insurance to see if you can get a lower rate. Number 3, and that's going to be consider buying used items. Now hold on, before you give me the stank face, I understand that there are some people out there that are like, oh, I'll never buy a used item. I'll never buy something that someone else had before me. I hear you, but whether you realize this or not, I'm willing to bet you that you have bought something that was used and you didn't know it. There's a good possibility that you went to buy that TV or that lawnmower or whatever the case may be, and they put it back on the shelf because somebody returned it. Are they supposed to be able to do that? No. But do they? Absolutely they do. Now, let me give you a reason why you should consider buying used items. I have a friend here recently that was moving into a new house and he wanted to buy new TVs for his house. He was going to go to, I think, Best Buy or wherever it was to buy 2 new TVs. I think he wanted a 55-inch and a 65-inch. He ended up going on some of these sites like OfferUp or Facebook Marketplace. He actually found a service member that was about to PCS and didn't want to take the TV with him, had it for 2 months, and he sold it to him for $700. You can find a lot of these deals on these outlets and save a significant amount of money. So remember that the name of the game is save more money so that you can have more money to invest to build wealth. Number 4 is going to be rent and not own. If you've never owned a home before, you wouldn't know the expenses that come associated with it. Refrigerator goes out. You've got to pay for that. Your oven goes out. You've got to pay for that. Your AC unit goes out in the middle of summer. You've got to pay for that. And those AC units are not cheap. They're probably going to start $5,000 or above. Consider renting and not owning, at least until you get all of your things in a row, all right? You can actually save money. Yes, do they charge more rent? Absolutely. But if you get a house that you need, not one that you want, at least in the early stages so that you can get to where you need to be financially, you can save a significant amount of money. The average household who rents as opposed to buying have saved an amount of $250 to $300 per month. And that is well worth it. Number 5, what you should already be doing, but if you're not, you need to begin budgeting. You need to know how much money you have coming in, but more importantly, how much money you have going out. If you don't know what expenses you have, it's impossible to budget. And budgeting plays one of the most critical roles in your ability to do anything with your finances. Take advantage of some of these free budgeting apps. As a matter of fact, I'll link some in the description below to make it easier for you. But just ensure that you're properly budgeting your money. Number 6, meal plan. One of the main reasons that people prefer going to get fast food as opposed to cooking at home is the simplicity of it, the convenience. You got to go shopping for the food. You got to bring it back home. You got to prepare it. You got to cut it up. You got to cook it. You got to wash dishes. It's a well-known fact that you waste tons and tons of money on going out to eat as opposed to just cooking your own food. But meal planning is great because you can go buy the food, cook all of the food for a week up front. So that way you won't have to worry about cooking. It saves you time and it gives you peace of mind in knowing you're saving money, but you're also not having to cook each individual meal every single day. Number 7, selling things that you do not need. I guarantee you, if after watching this video, you go through your closet or go through the drawers in some of your furniture, you're gonna find some stuff there that you probably didn't even remember was there. I sell things that I don't need, all right? And I make a pretty substantial amount of money from it. There's things that you just legitimately don't need. Part ways with it. Don't have emotional ties to those things because again, the name of the game is getting more money so that you can put more money towards your investments to retire early. And every dollar counts. Number 8, being reasonable with your AC in the summer and your heat in the winter. In the summer, I keep my air conditioning on 78 degrees and I do not adjust it. Your body is gonna adjust to the temperature as well. It's more of a want, more of a desire of wanting to be comfortable. I'm very comfortable when it's 78 degrees. Very comfortable. In the winter, it's what, 40 degrees outside and my heat is on 68 degrees and I'm very comfortable. If I get cold, I put a jacket on. Matter of fact, I have this long, luxurious robe that I like to wear and it keeps me warm. If it's winter, and you're cold when in the house, put on some clothes. Like, if you have shorts on with no shirts, no socks, like, you probably will be cold. But again, it's up to you. Me personally, I love having a $69 power bill as opposed to a $169 power bill. Number 9, buy a car that you can afford, not one that you want, especially in the early stages when you're trying to build your finances. I've gotten to the point now to where I'll pull up at a traffic light and I look over to someone driving a S-Class Mercedes-Benz, and I look over and all I see is debt. Now, am I hating on them? No. Can they afford it? I don't know. What do the percentages say though? What do the studies show? 80% of Americans today are living above their means. They're buying vehicles that they cannot afford to have these $600 car payments when they're in debt. And that's what all of this is based around. So consider buying a car that you can afford. It's all about what you're willing to give early on to be where you want to be later on. The last thing, downsize your home. There's no need for a 2-person household to be in a 3,000 square foot home with 5 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms. And a large portion of people only have these humongous homes so that they can host people and have them stroke their egos and tell them, oh my God, your house is so nice. It doesn't matter what people think. Now, am I telling you to go get a 1-bedroom home? No, I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is simply do your budgeting and buy a home that you can afford. Military will get, some people in the military will get like $1,500 a month for rent on a home. There are some people that actually spend over $2,000 on a home. Now, if that's you, I'm sorry. Hopefully I haven't just made an enemy. Expanding upon your financial portfolio and retiring with $1 million in assets or more, it's not conducive to have a car or a house that is more than you can afford. So I would strongly advise for those of you who are looking to buy a home, if you're at that point, consider buying one that is within your means. Just because you are approved for a $300,000 home doesn't mean buy a $300,000 home. It means that you could, but I would strongly advise buying something that is less than that. All right? If you found this video to be insightful in any way, subscribe to this channel, smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm, and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any other content just like this one. Thank you guys for watching this video, and as always, I want to thank the men and women who are currently serving for this great nation. We all appreciate you. Thank you for your services. So until the next video, guys, I'll see you later.